20 to 7. Still not here. Come on, Craig. So we just read the messages. Okay, I'm off for a poo, says Ben. Snap. So we're all having poos, which is good. And I put, I'd run at the proper time so I wasn't late. On the way to Gazla. No, at the time. 6:42. Shocking. Oh yeah, I've documented the reasons why we're late.
Warning.
Should we get going? Craig's late to start driving.
7:06.
7:06, I know, 6 minutes late, Craig.
I know, sorry. Morning everyone. Morning.
Morning.
We're off to Forest of Dean. My first time. Excited.
I'm very excited. And we're in the van.
We're in the van. First time in the van. It's like the mystery machine.
The mystery machine.
It's a little bit like that.
What's it like in the back, Gaz?
It's a little bit bouncy, I'm not going to lie, mate, but it's okay.
Bike's okay.
The bikes are absolutely fine, I'm looking after them. And I've got my coffee and I've eaten my marmalade toast. So I'm quite a happy chappy at the moment.
And I have to say, in the front, there's a rather tall 6'5" and a third gentleman. Bags of legroom.
Group ride, we're meeting some people there. How many do you reckon we're meeting, Gaz?
How many will turn up, I don't know, but I think there's going to be like plus 10, I think.
Yeah, how popular are we? Wow. Yeah, we have friends.
Yes, my friends, we are so excited about the first Adventure Trails MTB group ride happening at the Forest of Dean. Welcome.
It's Adventure Trails MTB. I'm Benoit, and I can plow over everything with my big bike.
I'm Sea Dog. I can do wheelies.
And I'm Gazla, and I upset e-bikers. Adventure Trails MTB.
So we go easy first. I've never done Flatlands, so here we go, everybody. This is the Adventure Trails MTB first group ride, which is organised from Adventure Trails MTB shop. Now we've got a mixed bag of people turning up today, so we've got to be very careful what we do in order to warm up. So we decided to do Flatlands, which apparently is quite an easy downhill trail. Basically because the Launchpad trail is actually closed for maintenance at the moment. So here we go.
That's rough.
So I'm on the old faithful stump jumper today, and this bike does everything. I've increased the fork travel to 160 at the front, so it's got a more of an all mountain bike feel to it. So we have ridden this first section of Sheepskull before, and it's great, but it's rough, and I forgot how rough it actually was.
Yeah. All right, Mark. You're all right.
Yeah, just teasing Mark there, basically because he's on a hardtail, and I know it would have been exceptionally rough for him. But we're off to Flatlands. Here we go. We are going right. Left is Sheepskull, right is Flatlands. Now I'm doing this trail blind. I haven't got a clue what's in front of me. Flatlands wasn't that flat, to be honest, and you'll be able to see in the next 30 seconds. I don't know if somebody can tell me where I went wrong here.
Nice double there.
Actually ended up on Sheepskull.
Sheepskull. Okay.
Yeah, so like I said at the beginning, I had a mixed bag of riders, and some were a little bit surprised to come across this on the first run that I took them down. Completely accidental, apologised profusely because of this situation.
Did we miss a turning?
Yeah, it certainly said Flatlands to the right.
Yeah.
Where did we miss it? That wasn't very flat.
No, it certainly wasn't.
So I'm just waiting for all the guys to get down here safely. Unfortunately, I'm notorious for getting lost on the trails, and that's where the adventure from Adventure Trails comes from, because if you follow me, you're always going to get into some kind of trouble. We had an absolutely fantastic array of riders with us today. We're brilliant, and things like this didn't faze them.
Right here.
So after I apologised a million times to everybody on the group ride about taking them down a ridiculous downhill track, we decided to warm them up in the correct fashion on the old track called the Verderos, which is a blue trail. This track is amazing in a multitude of ways. Not only does it give the experienced rider a thrill, but also the novice rider, it gives them an example of what mountain biking is all about, with fast flowy trails, berms and a few lips where you can take off. Incredible trail.
Went deep on that. It's right up pump.
When riding a trail like this, you've got to be completely mindful of the conditions that you're riding in. On a day like today, it was dry, very, very dry. And a lot of people would think that would give you optimal grip. Unfortunately, that's just not the case. It gets very dry, very loose, and especially when you're going around some of these larger berms that we're just coming into now, you've got to be very careful not to lose your grip on the front wheel.
Oh dear, just on the edge of grip.
Absolutely on the edge of grip. You can see on the sides, so on the inside and the outside, there's a layer of loose shale, and you definitely don't want to get your tyres on there. You're definitely going to be looking at some kind of downtime if you do that. So that was the Verderos done, and there was not one member in the group that didn't enjoy that trail. From novice to an intermediate rider, it was fantastic all the way around. Now we're just coming into lunchtime, so we're going to stop for a bite to eat, and the plan was we're going to get back up and do some of the harder downhill trails. And even the members of the group that were a little bit nervous, they were still game for it. After about half a mile of push-up track, you come across the main hub for all the downhill sections, where there is a lovely little jump line that we're just doing now. Here we go, fantastic lads, well done.
I've never been down there. First bit's fast and jumpy, obviously.
We were full belly after lunch. We decided to hit some of the more serious downhill tracks, and I believe this is the first section of Corkscrew with all the tabletop jumps, which are absolutely fantastic. I think I just cased the last one, but again I did that little jiggly thing that I do in the air, which is really annoying. I felt like something was going wrong with my bike down this section. It felt really stiff, and then I suddenly looked down and realised I hadn't opened my shock.
Bloody shock's on lockout.
And off we go again.
Corkscrew.
We've got a sea dog following me down. I believe, and I do apologise if I'm wrong, this is the next part of Corkscrew track. Now this track,
Whoa.
very technical, very rooty. You can't tell on GoPro, obviously, with GoPro effect. Very steep as well. You can't hesitate, you just have to commit.
Nearly. Chickened out too late.
And sometimes, as Craig just found out, it's quite difficult following someone down. You can't get the exact line the person in front of you gets. You can notice I'm standing at the edge of this section. I was completely unaware of what's down here, but I know there's a couple of nasty rooty sections. So off you go, Craig, I'll follow your line.
Oh wow.
You want, mate? Yeah, just limping back.
Do you know the speed? I've got to do it now and be filmed,
Oh no, I'm not filming.
Don't know what you want
Obviously,
about.
never want to fall for peer pressure. I decided to go back up and actually take a running on this. This stumped a few people, but I was convinced it was well in my capability to do this area.
It's bad.
Yeah.
So yeah, it gets tough, doesn't it? It's just gas coming down. Yeah.
Nice.
I think the overall consensus was that track was very technical and very challenging, and it kept you on the edge of your seat all the way down. Those are the types of tracks I enjoy. Later on that afternoon, we were actually joined by a friend of the shop, Paul, Now Paul's a more experienced mountain biker that loves doing the gnarly things, and he was just showing us how to clear a few obstacles. And these are the drops at the bottom of the GBU line, and they're incredibly technical and difficult.
Oh, wrong gear. Oh.
As a mountain biker, you can overthink things. So what we all decided to do, or the more confident of the group decided to do, was to actually do these drops blind by following in our friends. Yeah, trying to follow faster riders sometimes doesn't always work out. On that corner especially, I almost lost the front end. But now we're coming into sections and we're just so tired, and we're finding it very hard to clear some of these jumps. Yeah, that roller in particular, you're supposed to double that, and we were just too tired, and he came into it rolling speed, didn't work out. Again, you can see I'm only very rarely clearing some of these jumps at the moment. My arms are absolutely toasted.
I actually, you know, the corner before you got into the first jump, almost lost my front out. That's when I know I'm tired.
The jumps have to go right, isn't they?
Yeah. I know I could clear them, I was just so knackered. You have to take a run up.
So, hang on, so here, you don't want to do the drop, stick right. If you want to do the drop, go left.
Yeah.
If you're not confident on drop, get to the right, man.
Do we need to get running on this?
No, you'll be fine.
Fair play to Paul. He's actually telling us if we're not confident with drops, don't do it. He doesn't want anyone to get injured. But here we come. We're coming up to the first drop now. And it really wasn't too bad. And here's Craig. Let's have a look how Craig handles it. Bear in mind, Craig's only been riding 8 months. Fantastic dude. And here's Mark on the hardtail.
Oh,
And there was nothing wrong with Mark, what Mark did here. He did the absolutely perfect thing. He wasn't confident, so there's no way he was going to send a drop like that, just injuring himself. Here we go, back to myself. I'm following Chris, and Chris is also very, very decent on a mountain bike. So I felt confident in following his lines. Coming up to that nasty drop that we saw Paul do earlier. Again, awesome feeling when you accomplish something like that for the first time. Let's have a look how Craig does it. Well done, mate. Fantastic achievement.
Fantastic, that's another one ticked off. Cheers, guys.
Epic day.
Amazing day.
Amazing day, and we another tick off the list today, mate. We did the big drops.
The big drops on the GBU line.
Which is fantastic. So another one. I'm very happy, and I think we're all elated today. Very successful group ride. So
Hold on. Where's Ben?
Oh, left Ben. Oh, damn it. I'm not going back there, mate.
Have you got his bike?
His bike's here.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, I'm not going back there. But, yeah, very successful group ride, and watch out for the next announcement for next month's group ride. And we'll see you later. Subscribe and all that.
See you soon.
See you soon.